Round of applause. Louder for Naomi.
Thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Noemie and tonight I'm here to talk to you about a disease, serious disease, which statistically affects 56% of you who are here tonight and which hopefully is going to also interest the 44% remaining. So let me start with a story. Tonight is a typical Saturday night in Phnom Penh, except that you, yes you, have made some serious plans not to make any plans. Tonight, you just want to spend the night in bed with your long-term lovers, Netflix, HBO, and a ridiculously huge amount of ice cream. Sounds good, right? But while you're waiting for the latest episode of Game of Thrones to load, you allow yourself a short glimpse at your Facebook newsfeed. And that is exactly where it hits you. Bam! All of a sudden, you are the passive witness of the epic lives of zillions of people, friends, frenemies, or just random people who you're stalking. And let me tell you, it is not pretty. Your ridiculously good-looking best friend is casually skinny dipping in a glacier in South Argentina. Your friend from high school just landed the perfect job. And by the way, she's also going to save zillions of people thanks to microfinance. And your geopolitics teacher from uni is taking a selfie with Hillary Clinton. This one is real, people. I saw this last time. So, you've closed your Facebook tab, and all of a sudden, the perspective of a threesome with Tyrion Lannister and Jon Snow doesn't sound so exciting anymore. There are 4 reactions to this situation. The first one is a blissful indifference. So what? You're having your own fun at home. The second one, you feel a slight regret that you are not out there riding a pony or getting wasted with your friends at Poontoon. Reaction number 3 becomes a bit more extreme, anxiety and remorse at the idea of all these people out there experiencing the world when you're just staying there with your computer in your lap and barely even enough strength to bring your spoon of ice cream to your mouth. It consumes you to be missing out on such limitless opportunities. And here comes my favorite one, the clinical state. Reaction 4, you actually take action and strike back. You take an artsy snap at yourself, edit it with a random hipster photo filter, and post it on all your social media, just to make sure that your friends do know that you too are having the time of your life at home. Then you just go back to sleep crying on your misery and the end of Game of Thrones Season 3, which is dramatic. So now be honest, which one would you have picked, guys? Do I have number onesies in the room? Number onesies? Yes? You're lying to yourself. Most likely, people will have chosen between number 2 and number 4. And if you did, which would help my point, well, you have FOMO. That's fear of missing out. It's an emotional state which we have all been through at some point in our lives, which is generated by social media and our state of hyper-connectivity all the time, permanently. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all of these are contributing to generating a whole new state of consciousness for the human brain, and therefore new mental afflictions. The average internet user has 3.1 email addresses. I do not know about you, but I call this schizophrenia. Grumpy Cat has FOMO, by the way, and he's not happy about it. So let's look at the official definition, which was added to the Oxford dictionaries in 2013 at the same time than twerk and selfie. Thank you, Miley Cyrus, for this. FOMO is anxiety that an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, often aroused by posts seen on a social media or a website. FOMO is nothing new, but the very fascinating thing about social media is that they are rooted in immediacy and therefore induce multiplicity. It's not just you anymore. It's you on Twitter, you on Facebook, you on Instagram, all at once. That's a lot to cope with, right? So how can you tell if you're having a bad crisis of FOMO? There are symptoms. Obsessive compulsive need to check social media, even when you're at a party with your friends, physical friends. No commitment to plans until you've explored all the options and picked the best, like the most exciting one. Anxiety and unease after reading your friends' Facebook updates and the feeling that their lives are better. Sounds familiar? Well, you are not alone, my friends. 56% of Facebook users fear that if they don't check out every day, they will be missing out something on their friends' lives. Talk about a vicious circle. So the sad thing is that this hyperconnectivity has the exact opposite effect than the one that we desire. It actually lowers our capacity to answer our needs for attention, needs for social recognition, and the need for keeping up with our peers, our 700, 900 Facebook friends, because we feel like we have to live up to whatever they are doing at the moment, which is impossible, by the way. I tried. So it also has an impact on your self-esteem, because you're always exposed with people's best selves and whatever they do feel like throwing to the face of the world, which is not their real lives. And it also makes it hard for someone to be confident in their own decisions, because you are permanently reminded with what might have been in opposition to what is. And of course, this is a fantastic playground, this new pathology, for brands, which are using FOMO as a marketing leverage to trigger customer awareness, loyalty, and engagement. The first strategy is fostering FOMO. It's the easiest. You actually play with your readers' social insecurities and make them feel like if they do not purchase your product, they will be missing out on something. The second one is more direct. It's actually fighting FOMO. The brand acknowledges FOMO as something existing, and they position themselves as the cure. Subscribe to our newsletter. This way, we will make sure you never get FOMO anymore. And the third one is my little favorite. It's actually flipping FOMO. Marketing, which looks like anti-marketing. Brilliant. The brand tells you to unplug, unwind, go fly a kite, go swim in the ocean, be natural, but do it with our goggles. So at the moment, there is sadly no cure against FOMO. However, if I had to make a point, I would say that, well, it's okay to say no sometimes and to stay home. And it is more than okay to feel guilty about feeling jealous about whatever your friends are doing on Facebook. Because, guys, this is FOMO, and this is the dark side of social media. Thank you.